Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Taste Radio, the #1 podcast for anyone building a business in food or beverage. I'm Ray Latif, the editor and producer of Taste Radio, and with my co-hosts for this episode, John Craven, Jacqui Brugliera, and Mike Schneider. This episode features a conversation with fitness influencer and Peloton icon Kendall Toole, who is a partner with beverage and active lifestyle brand Don't Quit. I've never been on a Peloton. Anyone here been on a Peloton?
I had one.
You
Used
had
it
one?
as a coat rack.
Coat rack.
That's
Okay.
the second. Actually, I think it might be the most popular use for a Peloton bike.
Okay.
I had to take a fish hook out of one's mouth once.
All right.
I've never in one. I'm more of like a spin class person. I need to be around people, but I guess it was like a big deal during COVID because, you know, everyone wanted to
Yeah,
see
we got
fit.
a COVID Peloton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many people own them anymore, but anytime I see an Instagram post about Peloton, it usually features Kendall Toole. She's getting her workout on and encouraging folks to sweat, get healthy, stay hydrated with Don't Quit, do all these things. So yeah, excited to speak with, I was excited to speak with her a couple weeks back, and our conversation is actually quite good. It really feels like she has a real strong belief in the brand.
Yeah, I think, I posted a picture of you recording that interview and have some friends who are like super hardcore Peloton riders. I don't know what you call them, but they were like, oh my God, like love her. I guess to your point, being authentically connected to the brand. I don't know if I feel like I said this last week too. I'm going to crap on somebody's stock price, but I don't know if you've seen the Peloton stock price, but maybe there's a reason for her to get involved in some other things too. So,
on that note,
well, all kidding aside though, I think that, the Don't Quit brand seems like a really good one for someone like her to align with. It sort of feels like, Don't Quit is almost kind of like a little bit of, a mantra of Peloton, right? So, I mean, I feel like that's, a lot of times we see celebrities attach themselves to brands where you're kind of like, does this make sense? But that one definitely makes sense. So
She decided to create a fitness lifestyle around that bike, just like somebody would create it around like kettlebells or Pilates machines or whatever it is you're passionate about. So yeah, she definitely has invested interest in that brand doing well, but also that's her lifestyle.
totally.
Yeah, and I know personally some people that love Peloton and they feel like an emotional connection to these instructors because they're engaging with them every day as their, personal guide on their fitness journey.
She loves it the way we love the soccer ball, Ray.
Yeah. I would love to see her at BevNET Live. I think we got to get her on stage at some point. I think she's LA based, so perhaps in December, but we will have a pretty outstanding lineup of speakers at BevNET Live. Very excited for it. What are we, 3 weeks away right now, Jacqui?
Yep, 3 weeks away.
Now, if you want to sample your products, if you're attending BevNET Live or planning to attend BevNET Live and would like to sample your products at the show, Jacqui, we have a deadline on when you can submit your products and send them to the venue. Is that correct?
Yeah, so if you're planning on shipping your products, the deadline is Thursday, May 30th. So make sure you register now so that you have time to fill out the application, get everything sorted, and get ready for your trip to New York City.
I feel like that's just as good as a business card when you have your product in someone's hands so they can actually sample it, try it, take a picture of it, take it home. That's really the reason they would be interested in continuing that conversation. I would think if, just a business card that can get lost in the shuffle or just kind of forgotten. But if you taste that product and you see that packaging, that's the best way to convince a retailer or investor to follow up, or for you to follow up with them and have them remember who you were and what your product's all about.
don't forget about those distributors too.
Distributors, for sure.
We got all the NIDA distributors there. So.
NIDA.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to say what that stands for? Because
Northeast Independent Distributors Association.
there you go.
There you
Some
go.
of the best DSD distributors in the Northeast. So
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe you'd want them to try your product.
And we also have retailers there that will be taking one-to-one meetings, including Lowe's Foods, Whole Foods Market, GoPuff, and we just added the Goods Mart, which is a great chain in New York City that is featuring better for you startup brands.
There you go. Whole Foods executives walking the show floor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Many. So definitely an opportunity to meet with the biggest natural retailer in the United States.
You also have to follow the Good Smart on Instagram if you want to see how founders of CPG brands dance.
It's my favorite
Check it
thing,
out.
watching everyone break it down.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Insiders, and we know many of you listening are. Good news. The first Insights data report is dropping next week. What does that entail?
That entails specific market data, category analysis, and we're going to be breaking it up for both beverage specific and food specific interests. So we'll be launching that on our sites. They will land on BevNET.com/data and NOSH.com/data. And we are running a 20% discount right now for insiders. If you want to get in, make sure that you get that data.
If you're not an insider, as Jacqui pointed out, you can get 20% off the annual membership. Just go to BevNET.com/data. All right. John, you got cocktails by your side. When do you not have cocktails by your side, by the way?
I mean, technically almost never, because at least here at the office, there's a big pile of booze in the cabinet behind my desk. But anyway, not that I'm really don't ever drink at the office, but these are the new.
Apologizing for.
I'm like, but maybe I do. I don't know. Sometimes, you know,
You can do
stuff
whatever
that-
you want.
sometimes Mike and Ray, you know, they kind of drive you to just, need a couple of shots, take the edge off. But anyway, these are the new ready to drink sparkling cocktails from Via Carota. Of course, grab the Negroni Sabagliato and the Spritz, but they have a bunch of other varieties. They're quite tasty. Really love how they kind of miniaturize the same sort of glass bottle that they have for their ready to pour cocktails. And, these definitely stand out. I think beautiful bottle, not in a can like everyone else. But cool stuff from Via Carota.
Nice. I saw this in the front of the office. I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's called Aplos, APLOS. They're a maker of non-alcoholic cocktails infused with adaptogens. They come in these beautiful 8.5-ounce slim cans with this forest green color. At least this variety, the chili margarita, has a forest green variety. Actually, maybe not forest green. I don't know. What kind of green would you call this?
Sage?
Sage. Yes, Jacqui. Well done.
Sure, sage.
I
I
know
like
my
it.
greens.
Sage. It looks so sophisticated and beautiful. I'm actually curious as to whether or not this tastes like a chili margarita, so I'm going to give this a whirl. First, I'm going to sanitize by rubbing the top of the can very vigorously so that there's no, I don't know.
I will say it's interesting that a chili margarita is in a green can. I don't think of green when I think of...
How about margarita?
I mean, it's kind of a greenish liquid. Maybe not a sage green, but I am a big fan of that drink that you're drinking.
Yeah, it's really delicious. I wouldn't say that this has the bite of a margarita.
You also need the salted rim.
Yeah, I guess I wiped off the salted rim when I was sanitizing my can here. But no, it's a delicious beverage. It's a delicious beverage through and through. If I was reaching for a margarita, let me give me one more sip here. You know what? The saltiness is actually there. There's a saltiness to the flavor of this product that is reminiscent of margarita. So in any case, great packaging, and I'm sure this is going to be a hit with their target audience. Well done, Aplos.
And what goes better with cocktails at a bar than salty nuts?
Salty
nuts. I have these products from Live Loud Foods. This variety is the Caribbean or Caribbean jerk nuts. And then we also have the candied citrus pistachios. And I will say these deliver on the flavor. Oh my God. These, do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
You say Caribbean?
Yeah.
I
say
Caribbean jerk nuts.
Well, there was
you got to edit this guy out. Jesus.
There was an artist in the 80s. His name was Billy Ocean, and he had a song called
Caribbean Queen.
Caribbean Queen, but he would always pronounce it Caribbean Queen. So Caribbean Queen is how
Are we sharing the same dream? Ray, our hearts just beat as one.
That's a great song. That's a really catchy
No
one.
more Love on the Run, Ray.
Yeah.
Well, back to this product
Yeah.
here. So one of them
Either
sweet,
way,
one
either way,
sweet
they're
and one
really-
spicy.
Yeah, so this one's spicy in it. I mean, I love spice. And
Is it
this
burning your face
definitely-
off?
It's not burning my face off. It's nice, a nice heat, but packs a punch.
You look like you have tears in your eyes.
Not yet.
A
They're
little
building.
bit.
It's not like the Pocky one chip challenge
Oh
tears.
my goodness. No, nothing
We
would compare.
Don't
to
mention that ever again.
Yeah, I saw the news on that one this week.
Yeah. And then
People were like, this is old news, but it was a story of the medical examiner's report of the, I think, 14-year-old who passed away after consuming that. And I think it
14-year-old
basically,
athlete.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to carefully not suggest that, the product was the result of the thing. But I think, basically the kid had a heart attack. On that note.
Yeah, on that note, what goes well with spicy food but coconut water? And how
Ooh.
about sparkling coconut water?
That stuff is good.
I have not seen this yet. I saw this in the fridge as well. It's called Strange Water. I picked this up also because of the packaging, which, like many modern labels, has a very retro vibe to it. This looks like something out of the LSD-soaked 60s.
How were those times, Ray?
yeah.
As I scroll through YouTube at 2 a.m. in the morning most nights, it reminds me of a Janis Joplin and Tom Jones collaboration. That's what this package reminds me of.
Interesting.
I like this idea of sparkling coconut water. What do you think?
It's good. It's very coconutty.
It's
I
super
wonder where
coconutty.
the coconut is from.
Vietnam.
It's from Vietnam. Okay,
Yes.
nice.
I also, just before the show, in this G Fuel container, made sparkling cocoa and karma pineapple coconut water. So I just used, filled it like up to here with, most of the way with sparkling water, and then topped it off with pineapple coconut water. So good.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Strange Water is pretty tasty. There have been some sparkling coconut waters before, but most of them, I think, were kind of more marketed in the traditional way. So it's kind of an interesting approach to taking coconut water and like making it not really look like coconut water. So
Yeah, this definitely does not resemble a coconut water label that I've seen.
there's no beach scene.
There's no beach scene. The Strange Water on the top of the can is followed by what looks like a Rorschach test image, it looks like a butterfly to me. I don't know what that says about me, but it is delicious. It has 20 grams of sugar per 12-ounce can.
Just from the coconut water.
Just
not
from the
added sugar.
it's natural sugar. Yes. Why are you defending them?
Well, because when you say it has 20 grams of sugar, it implies
Yeah.
they put the
Alarms
sugar in.
go off.
It's just coconut water. So
It is just coconut water, but coconut water has a lot of sugar in it.
I did
And
not.
by the way, I'm not saying you needed to defend them.
No, I'm just trying to, I like to, unlike you, have things that are factually correct. But anyway,
Never did I say that the sugar
I
came from anything but naturally derived fruit.
I saw that can, and my kind of knee jerk was this has got to be like a Delta 9 cannabis beverage because Strange Water, I don't know, it's got to have is coconut water strange?
I mean, I thought
Maybe
the
to
same,
some people.
I thought the same of Weird Tea. At the
Weird
beginning,
Tea,
too.
yeah, true.
And
Fair enough.
Weird Tea is not a cannabis beverage. Actually, extremely delicious tea beverage.
I wonder if
with
they
weird
were.
characters.
Yeah, I wonder if they were going for sort of an alt cocktail, alt beer kind of product with this. I mean, it is sparkling for one, and it definitely does not look like a Zico, a Vita Coco, an
Right.
ONE, anything like that.
Cut through the
Definitely-
clutter,
It looks very much like a product that you could walk around at a bar or a party and hold it, and people would think you're drinking a beer or a canned cocktail. So
That does seem to be, that green with the beige does seem to sort of be the color that coconut water's arrived at, though. I mean, you see a lot of green with coconut because coconuts are green. The husks.
I'm
Some of them. It looks better than if they decided on brown for coconut water. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
I'm drinking so much, all the sugar in this. I mean, it's just, okay.
Got Ray's all riled up.
All right. What do you got, Mike?
I've got some mood boosting beverages here. We've seen, I don't know if it's a trend yet, but just a bit of a, I don't know if I'd call it a trend yet, but we've seen a few mood boosting beverages coming along, like Happy Pop, for instance. This one has lithium citrate in it. It's called Lithium Mineral Seltzer. And I think lithium citrate is a salt that was
Hold on. Is it called Lithio? It's called Lithios.
It's called
right?
Lithios.
Yep.
This is it's a lithium mineral seltzer. Tells you on the front it's got lithium, magnesium, 100% of your daily value of vitamin C, 45 calories. This one's called Electric Lime, and this one's mixed berry.
Nice. Have you tried them?
I haven't.
Do you want to?
I'm scared.
You're scared.
No, I will. I'll try.
Yeah, I feel like there's still education that needs to be done around lithium. I think people just think of like the medication lithium, which is known to be very intense.
I think about batteries.
Antidepressant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because John drives
I think about lithium because
all day.
lithium was mentioned as a medication in the show The Sopranos that Tony Soprano was taking at one point. So yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Back in your grunge days, maybe the Nirvana song "Lithium."
Never had any grunge days.
I
but
like
I
that.
do,
You did.
but I do
You come
recall
on,
that
I do.
song. Yeah.
It's a good song. Tasty stuff. I tried the electric lime. And then I've got another beverage here called Curious Number 9 that has canna in it, Kanna, which is another sort of, this one, I think when they talk about it as a more of a caffeine substitute. It's like supposed to lift you up a bit.
Yeah, those guys have a line of different products like alcohol alternatives.
Gotcha.
So that's, God, I don't know how many SKUs they have, a bunch.
I mean, it's definitely designed to pique your curiosity. It's, first of all, it's called Curious Number 9, and then it's Rosy Rosé and Fizzy Lifting Lime Boost Free Craft Cocktail by Curious Elixirs, and you turn it around, you find out there's Kanna in it, and it just it's got words like mood boosting magic of South African Kanna plus California poppy. So nothing scary. Nothing scary on the label here.
I almost wish that there was something in there that could give it a boost, like an immune boost, though. I feel like, with my cocktails,
this is about being uplifting, but what you're talking about is immunity, isn't it?
Right. I mean, you're drinking something that is supposed to give you a mood boost, that's supposed to give you a little maybe a caffeine boost, but as we all know, immunity boosts, that's what we need daily. And did you know that Amuse can give you that edge? Amuse is the presenting sponsor of this episode of Taste Radio. Amuse is a dietary and food ingredient clinically shown to stimulate immune function at the cellular level. Incorporate Amuse into your innovation strategy and help your consumers optimize their health throughout the year. Learn more at amusehealth.com. That's IMMUSE health.com.